Welcome, everyone, to the Speed Network. I'm Joey the Jaguar, the Speed Network's virtual host and kind of mascot. I'm joining you today to introduce you to the Speed Network, tell you a little bit about how it came about, and what we're trying to accomplish. In order to kick things off, it's only fitting to introduce you to William Latch, the host and the voice of the Speed Network. Welcome, William.
Thank you for having me.
First, William, congratulations to you and your wife on your new addition this summer. I know you have your hands busy chasing your little girl around, so thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad I could step away from changing some diapers and feeding her for a second.
Jag fans, you should all be familiar with William. Last year, he was the voice of the Lady Jags and the men's Jaguar basketball team as a public address announcer, adding a little bit of enjoyment each night to our home games. I'm proud to say that he's going to be bringing the same level of enthusiasm to Lady Jaguar volleyball and on Friday nights to the gridiron for Spain Park Jaguar football. Congratulations on that, William.
Thank you. It's an incredible opportunity to do something special at a big-time school, and I'm very honored to have the opportunity.
Well, I was there Friday night, William. I want to tell you, for a first time, a new staff, a new atmosphere. You guys did a great job on a very tight game. You kept the crowd into it, and they really elevated there at the end when the Jaguars were fortunate enough to drive down for a winning score.
Yeah, for sure. Couldn't have written a better script myself. Have a tight game all game, and then to have clear a score with under a minute left, and I think, Spain Park drive down the field and ended up scoring, and it was very exciting.
Tell us what the Speed Network is all about.
Yeah, for sure. So I kind of had this idea, just some other schools around the area kind of have stuff that's similar to this. And I really thought it'd be a good idea to have something like this at Spain Park, something unique, something special that really promotes our student athletes, promotes our school, promotes our coaches, and just kind of want to put something like this in place for kids that if they want to have an opportunity to learn and do something like this, that we have an avenue for that. And that's pretty much what the Speed Network is.
Yeah, and talking to you, I know you've mentioned several times it's really a network for students, by students, and, the goal is not only to provide some fun coverage about our student athletes, but also provide some students who may not be in athletics some avenues to learn some new skills, like I think you mentioned play-by-play, potentially doing some on-air interviews, maybe behind the camera doing some videography, some film editing in today's tech world, potentially learning some live streaming. And I know you and several other broadcast professionals have lined up to volunteer their time to kind of pass those skills on to many of the Spain Park students. So can you elaborate on that just a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been very fortunate to be poured into by other people that are in this profession, and it has really helped me grow to love, public address announcing, play-by-play stuff. And I would love to pass that on to anybody that would want to learn any more about that. And I'm more than happy to share, the little wisdom that I have with these students.
And ultimately, I think you mentioned the goal is to really get, obviously have adult oversight, volunteer supervision, but really have it be a network that's driven by the students with their creativity, some projects that they may want to cover and really get it. I know we've seen several other schools out there as we've done some research together over the summer, some locally and some nationally, where there's been scholarship opportunities for kids who have developed some of these skills, kids that have obviously had the opportunity maybe to go straight into a profession right out of high school if they don't choose to go the college route. So this is really an opportunity, and I think it's very, very, very noble of you and the people that are volunteering to take this opportunity to pass some skills on to prepare some of these students for a field that they may be interested or may not even be aware that they were interested in.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I could tell you that when I was in high school, I thought about public address announcing and doing stuff like this, but I've stumbled into it and I love it, and always trying to work and be better at it every day. And a lot of schools around our area do have kids that are doing play-by-play stuff. I know one school did their basketball was done by students, and it was great stuff, especially when we're not playing. It's good for the announcers to do it. It's good for those kids to learn, and also it gives them a little bit more skin in the game when they're announcing it and their buddies are announcing it, and it just makes for a much better atmosphere, in my opinion.
Well, and I will tell you, as a parent and as a spectator, it doesn't. And for the kids, anything that you can do, they work hard. They work hard in school. They work hard on the court. Many of them getting there well before 6 a.m., stay until 7, 8 o'clock at night. Many of our coaches who spend a lot of time away from their families to invest their time in kids that or they treat like their own. Anything you can do to elevate the enjoyment and the enthusiasm and kind of recognize their efforts, in a team atmosphere, I think is awesome. And I think getting students behind it will only continue to grow the enthusiasm around Spain Park. So I know we've got a big matchup this week for the football team against Briarwood on the road. Are you going to be able to handle yourself sitting in the stands without having public dress announcing duties while you're on the road?
Yeah, for sure. It'll be nice to relax a little bit. We have that new jumbotron at Spain Park, and man, there's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot of coordination that we had to do, but we pulled it off, and I heard nothing but compliments, and it was really exciting. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to watching these kids compete, and not having to focus as hard on what I'm saying next. And it was really exciting watching them last week, and have a drive at the end to win. I think there's a lot to build on, but it's going to be very exciting. They're playing Briarwood, who's a tough competition year in, year out, and I think it'll be a great environment, and it'll be fun to sit back and really enjoy some football.
Yeah, for those of you, please, click the subscribe button to continue to get Speed Network updates. Also, follow us on Instagram. Also, would like to thank Game Day Sports Radio. Game Day Sports Radio is volunteering and some of their professionals to help teach some kids how to do some interviews, as well as donating some equipment and their time on their network to be able to allow us to stream some of this stuff in a much easier scenario. So want to thank Game Day Sports Radio. William, I want to thank you because I know this is everybody involved with the Speed Network is a volunteer. They're volunteering their time. There is no paid people here, and we're getting nothing off of this now. Maybe at some point, if something does generate for a sport where we can benefit program through advertising or things like that, that's up to the individual programs, and that money will go back into Spain Park. That's obviously not the goal right now, but something that could reap some rewards for Spain Park. And again, I want to appreciate you. Thank you for your time and all the volunteers out there that are really putting a foot forward to try to make this something that Spain Park students can benefit from and really help other Spain Park students and families enjoy their nights out at the games and around the school.
Yeah, for sure. I'm super excited to see the investment these kids make, and really excited to see how many kids jump on board with us. And I think it's gonna be a really good thing.
Well, for William Latch, I'm Joey the Jaguar. I want to thank you guys for your time tonight. We look forward to seeing you at some sporting events this week, and go Jaguars.
Yeah, for sure. Go Jags.